So with the holidays around the corner, I wanted to start my own tag video. So I usually follow up on tag videos that people tag me in, but I've never actually started my own. And so this year, again, my moderators are choosing the topics of my videos for most of December. And the one topic that they chose, Mo chose, was 12 Days of Christmas. Kind of like that song, the 12 Days of Christmas and a partridge in a pear tree. Well, today we're going to be going through starting a tag video called the 12 Days of Christmas, where you pick one fragrance for every day for the 12 Days of Christmas, winding it down to the last day, and then we're going to be doing it into a tag video. So that's what we're doing today. So without further ado, let's get it. What's going on, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude. Happy holidays to every one of you guys. So again, we're doing another holiday-centric video. My moderators are choosing my topics for a lot of my videos before Christmas, and one of the ones that Mo chose was 12 Days of Christmas. I decided to turn it into a holiday tag video, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll tag the two people in just a second here. Before I do, make sure that you guys show a little love. Subscribe if you're not. Also hit that like button, put me on the algorithm. Also comment below and let me know a few of the fragrances you would wear for the 12 Days of Christmas. You don't have to go all out and do all 12, but if you want to, go ahead. It'd be fun. But with that said, also, if you want my videos sooner, hit the notification bell. So again, we're doing the 12 Days of Christmas. Just like the song, I'm going to be doing, personally, the people who I tag don't need to do it. I'm doing a partridge in a pear tree on top of it. So technically we have 14 fragrances here. What I would be wearing for the 12 Days of Christmas, and then a partridge in a pear tree. The two people I'm going to be tagging just hit some milestones, so I figured I would show them some love. The first person, obviously, just hit 100,000 subscribers, got the YouTube play button, Google Play button. So congratulations to you, Ross over at TLTG Reviews. If you haven't followed him or the next person I'm going to tag, make sure that you go do so. So he's the hardest working guy in Fragcom. Ross, what would you wear if you could do the 12 Days of Christmas? What would you wear for all 12 days? And the second person is Dedrick Hicks Jr. over at Dedrick Hicks Jr. So Dedrick, what would you wear? Obviously, same thing, 12 fragrances, holidays. What would you wear for the 12 Days of Christmas? So shout out to you guys. Tags over to you. Do it whenever you want, obviously before Christmas, hopefully. So thank you guys. And now we're going to get into my 12 Days of Christmas, starting with number 12. This one I haven't mentioned a lot this year, but when you think about Christmassy fragrances, you think about pines, amber, vanillas. That's usually what's going to be winterized fragrances for Christmas. And so this one, some people write it off as being kind of written off like it's old school or whatever like that. I still really like it. This is an ambery tobacco scent by Dolce & Gabbana. It is the One Eau de Parfum. The performance on this still isn't that great, but it is a calming, very smooth, comforting fragrance that has a nice, smooth amber back tone. It has that nice ginger tone in there, which you guys know I absolutely love ginger. And then tobacco. So you have three of my favorite notes out there, amber, ginger, and tobacco, melding together into this really nice, kind of semi-rich tobacco nuanced fragrance that has an ambery overtone and then some ginger flowing through it. It is very nice, sweet, sensual. It's one that'll get you compliments, but again, it only lasts about 4 to 5 hours, not even, maybe about 4 hours. But really got nice fragrance. It's one if you're going to a holiday party, really good. Definitely wear that as my number 12. Number 11. So it's not like these are in my order of favorites. It's just going to 12 Days of Christmas. Number 11. This is Goldfield and Banks Ingenious Ginger. Brand new release as of this year. This is going to be basically, the best way to explain it is if you took like a lemon pound cake and poured ginger ale all over top of it, or like some kind of ginger beer. It smells very fizzy and effervescent. The ginger is definitely the main player in here, while you also do get some vanilla and ambery nuances underneath it. It's definitely going to have that slight lemon kind of cakiness, so it is a semi-gourmand. But this one, it has a luxurious feeling. It can be worn in pretty much any season. I think during the warmer months, you definitely have to keep it more like late day into the evening, but in the cool weather you can wear this in any time. Ingenious Ginger for me is an all-season fragrance. I think it's absolutely great. That is my number 12. That was my number 11. Now my number 10. This fragrance is fan-freaking-tastic. I need to thank D. Holmes for sending me and putting me onto this. It is in the private blend line from Versace. This is one of the best sandalwood amber fragrances I've ever smelled. It is Versace Santal Boise, or Versace Atelier Santal Boise. This is super, super freaking creamy. So the sandalwood is the main player in here, and it is a very simplistic fragrance, very similar to that, not in scent, but in type, of that of MFK Grand Soir, where that is mostly amber, lavender, and vanilla, all pushed together and just made super rich, super smooth. That's what this is. Except for it is, instead of that lavender, it's going to be sandalwood heavy. And the sandalwood in this is the highest quality, most creamy sandalwood that you will ever get. It has a sweetness to it, very creamy. Then you also have vanilla in there as well. He said it correctly. It's kind of like the dry down of one of my favorite fragrances, Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Issey Noir Ombre, where it gets into that kind of vanillic sandalwood. That's what this is, except for the sandalwood in this is so freaking high quality that I don't know. I mean, it has an amber overtone, but for the most part, this is one of the best sandalwood amber fragrances I've ever tried, with vanilla that is just to die for. It's delectable, semi-gourmand, kind of like Ingenious Ginger in that fact where it's a higher quality, luxurious feeling fragrance that you can wear in pretty much any situation, but this is great for the December month for sure. That is Versace Santal Boise. It's very expensive. If you want, there is Noble Wood that smells like that. It's only $50. And it's not as high quality, but it is a sandalwood amber fragrance. So if you want to try that, and if you want one that has a little bit of a smoky nuance to it, another one by Saint DuPont. I did it in my live stream the other day. I can't remember the name right now, but that one is really good as well. Just look up my live stream for the Santal Boise, or for the Saint DuPont, and you'll see what I mean. I'll also be reviewing that soon. But anyway, so we did 12, 11, 10. This is number 9. I've been waiting all year to talk about this. This is where some people like wearing this in the fall. I like wearing this in the winter. My favorite Emporio Armani is Stronger With You, Absolutely. Stronger With You, Absolutely. It takes this line and it just smoothens it out. It adds that chestnut back in that was removed from the Intense. Even though I still kind of smell it in the Intense, this one, I don't like the Intense. It gives me a headache. This one is super smooth. It still has that vanilla, but the vanilla is not as heavy as the Intense, which gave me a headache. And then it has this kind of boozy rum and spice that you don't get from any of the other ones. It's darker, it's richer, but at the same time, it's smoother. And this is the Stronger With You for the grown man. That is the way that I look at this. You need to be at least 25 years old, in my opinion, to wear this one. The Intense is kind of for the more youthful people, but you can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. But absolutely, for me, it just adds in that booze. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was called Stronger With You, like Absolute or Boise, because the booze in this is really nice. And it carries that DNA, but again, it has that nuttiness. It still has the vanilla, but that's underneath that booziness, that dark quality, that amber richness. I really, really like this. Stronger With You, absolutely. Really good fragrance. Definitely on my 12 days of Christmas. So we did 12, 11, 10, 9, and now going to number 8. One of my favorite designer fragrances. I would definitely put this in the 12 days of Christmas. Some people would choose the extreme from this line. I'm not a big fan of the powdery vanilla in that, but I still wear it. I still enjoy that fragrance, just not as much, not even close to this one. This is Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum I find to be kind of like a woody take on this line. I still like the Eau de Toilette just a little bit better. This is a slight bit more youthful, but because of the fact that the cinnamon in this is a little bit heavier and you have that tobacco and the benzoin, this is a cinnamon and benzoin balm. This one is much better for the winter. It smells like Christmas. Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette is great for Christmas. I wouldn't be shocked to see it on any of the other two people's lists. But Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette, cinnamon, benzoin, tobacco, a little bit of a sweetness underneath it, but this is going to be that spice bomb if you want that spice to be cinnamon. And cinnamon's one of my favorite spices, if not my favorite spice in fragrances. You also have this red fruit accord that you get more in the eau de parfum in the opening. This one, the red fruit and the red pepper, is more of a background nuance that you do get a little bit more in the opening. But this is like a tale of two fragrances. The opening has the red fruits and the red pepper, and the dry down is just that cinnamon and benzoin bomb. So yeah, that is Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Toilette. That is 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Now moving into number 7. This is going to be one of the two cheapies on this list. I was going to put Tobacco Vanille, but I figured why not do something that's like it, but affordable. This is Zara's Warm Black. So I honestly haven't worn this that much, only because of the fact that, this year, only because of the fact that I have Tobacco Vanille and I have other tobacco fragrances like this. But I honestly should be wearing this more because this is pretty much Tobacco Vanille with ginger. That's what this fragrance really is. It has this kind of effervescent, slight sharpness and sweetness and spice that you get from that ginger, adding a little bit of a pop to Tobacco Vanille. Obviously, the quality isn't as high as Tobacco Vanille, but it's not noticeably lower. Zara Warm Black, I got this in a 2-pack with navy black for $25. If you can still find that, that's great, but I think they changed the bottle. And I think it's like $20 right now by itself. But Zara Warm Black, again, Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. It's tobacco, it's vanilla, it's spices, and then it just adds this ginger overtone. It even feels like it has a little slight bit of leather underneath and woods, but it's not in the notes. But it's just what I pick up from my nose. But yeah, very nice. If you want a cheapie, that is definitely a good one. Speaking of cheapie, we'll just do the second one right now. So we did 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. This is day number 6 of my, what's the song go like? Yeah, you know what I mean. I ain't singing that song this whole video. I'll save you guys from that. So this is the blue one from the line. This is Rochas L'Homme. So I was trying to think of what blue to pick for my 12 days of Christmas. And it was YSL Le Parfum. And I was like, you know what? I have mentioned that fragrance way too much because I love it. Le Parfum just has that tonka in it that makes it all season. But if there was a blue for the winter, that is it. Or this is it. And this one's $20, so I figured, hey, stocking stuffer. And Rochas L'Homme is that. And it has juniper in it. And I find juniper to be a very winterized berry. So you mix that together with a little bit of pineapple. You have the ambroxan in it, woody. This is a winter blue. You can wear this all year round. Obviously, a blue is going to be a very wearable, versatile scent for the most part. But this is a day or night, office, playful. You can go out with it. You can stay at home, casual, business, doesn't matter. But this is great. The juniper really pops whenever you are in the cold weather. You also have that tonka bean in there that really pops because you're in the cold weather. Tonka bean is really good in blue fragrances, especially whenever you want to wear them in the cold weather, just like Le Parfum. But Rochas L'Homme, back in the day, it won so many awards. Now you can find it for like $20 for this size. I mean, obviously there's a bigger size, but Rochas L'Homme, I'm wearing that as my scent of the day, man. Oh, that's so damn good. It has a little bit of sweetness up top. You get a little bit of a fruitiness from it, but it also has this creamy backbone and a little bit of the powdery tonka. Mwah. Very nice blue fragrance. So I'm going to count again. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Now going into number 5. Heading back to the niche territory, we have one from Tom Ford. So I could have put Tobacco Vanille, but I just decided to choose this. Somebody the other day told me that, I have like a lot of people that love this. And I said in comparison to Cherry Smoke, this is better. It's more natural. It's dark cherry. It doesn't smell like the cherry from Lost Cherry. And it actually lasts on your skin. Well, Lost Cherry only lasts 2 hours, and this person was getting all mad at me. But anyway, I don't care. It is Tom Ford's Cherry Smoke. Tom Ford's Cherry Smoke, it came out in the winter, which it's made for. It is a darker cherry. It is mixed together with this incense. You don't want to wear it during the warm weather, but It also has this kind of creamy slash powdery backbone, more creamy in the opening and more powdery as you dry down. But this is woody, cherry, spicy with a kind of undertone of sweetness, but very good. It's not as sweet as the original. It is more masculine leaning, unisex leaning, a little bit masculine, while Lost Cherry and Electric Cherry lean feminine. So that's really good. That is Lost Cherry, or Cherry Smoke by Tom Ford. You definitely should get that if you like cherry fragrances. I'm telling you, it's probably one of the best. So now I'm going into number 4. So Cherry Smoke was my 5 Golden Rings fragrance. Now we're going into number 4. This is L'Homme Ideal Extreme. It's my favorite one from the line. I could have also chose this one, L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. But honestly, the powdery nuance with the dark cherry in that, it's good, but it's situational for me. While this one is more wearable in the winter, L'Homme Ideal Extreme is going to be that powdered almond that you know from the line with a little bit of aromatics. It's underneath, and the way that this is blended, it kind of takes away a little bit more of that powder that you get from all the other ones. And this one, and it could have also been the Intense. Those two are my favorite in the line. But this one I find more winter because it has this nice warm plum. And so it's plum, tobacco mixed together with that almond, a little bit of like almost like a honey-like sweetness. But the plum in this is warm, but it also comes off a slight bit watery. Mix it together with the rest of the line, DNA, and it's super, super alluring. It's super sexy. During the cooler months, it eats through the cold. It lasts about 7 to 8 hours on your skin. Not a heavy projector, but it is above average for the first 3 hours. L'Homme Ideal Extreme. If you have tried it, then if you haven't tried it, at least try to get a decant of it because it's not for everybody. The line isn't for everybody. I noticed that when I first got it in. When I first one I ever got was the Eau de Parfum, and I had to work with it to be able to like it very much. But now my favorite in the line is this in the Intense. Not sure which one's my favorite, but I'm just gonna say both of them are tied for number 1. But this one is very good. And then it also has that like tonka-like sweetness in the dry down, providing even more of a slight powdery sweetness. But I can't usually deal with powdery nuances, but the way that this is blended with that tobacco and the plum kind of just bogs that down a bit. So anyway, that was number 4. And now we're going into number 3. Number 3 is Bvlgari Man In Black. So I was between this or Spicebomb Extreme, but I told you I decided to go with Spicebomb Infrared. This one is very similar to Spicebomb Extreme in what it's doing. It has this powdered vanilla with this black pepper, just like you get in the Spicebomb. You also do get a slight bit of iris and tobacco and stuff like that in this, but this really focuses around the spicy vanilla. Bvlgari Man In Black, a lot of people will wear this for their Christmas fragrance. I decided to put my Christmas fragrance at number 1. So, Bvlgari Man In Black, yeah. I mean, they're coming out with a new parfum. I'm very interested to see how strong that is, because I already find this one a little bit strong for me, which is why I can't wear it every day. But I do like wearing it in like 20-degree days. I think it's amazing. Even 30-degree, 40-degree days, it can do well. But I find it when it's real freezing outside, this one is great, because it doesn't really hit me as much with that like black pepper and that super heavy spice, and that also that powdered vanilla doesn't come off as powdery whenever it's super cold outside. But Bvlgari Man In Black, I mean, it's 8 to 10 hours. I don't know what they're going to do with the parfum. I'm really interested to see that. So that is number 3. And now we're getting into our Two Turtle Doves. Two Turtle Doves, this is going to be another vanilla fragrance, but this one is my go-to when it comes to winterized vanilla fragrances. Always has been. Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. This starts out, it has a spicy, eclectic opening. And I say it's like a spicy, woody, eclectic opening. You haven't smelled it in any other fragrances outside of the parfum, which the parfum takes that opening, spicy, woody, eclectic vibe, and it just throws it through the whole fragrance. But I like the dry down of this better, which comes at about 3 to 5 minutes. So that opening, spicy nuance turns more into this very elegant vanilla that you don't find in any other fragrances. The vanilla in this, it just does not smell like any other vanilla I've smelled. It's like a elegant vanilla that has some class to it, mixed together with a little bit of that spicy woody nuance. I mean, it's just a fantastic fragrance in general. I mean, I get compliments with this. It's mass appealing, but it has a little bit of a personal enjoyment type vibe. But a lot of people like this. I mean, nobody's gonna think you smell bad when you smell like this vanilla. It's just amazing. It works great in the cool weather, just like Man in Black does. But to me, it's a little bit lighter, but at the same time has the same projection. Again, about 8 to 9 hours, really good fragrance. That's Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. And now we're getting into the last day of Christmas. This is gonna be 12 days of Christmas. We're at Christmas. This is what I wear on Christmas Day. I have to, because to me it is Christmas in a freaking bottle. This is Burberry London. I hate the bottle. I hate the bottle. I don't know why. It's super cheap, but Burberry London, it almost reminds me of like if you took like CK Shock, mix it together with Parfums de Marly Layton, and then threw and sprayed it all over a pine tree. That's what this fragrance is. It's sweet, amber, and fruity, but at the same time, it is a pine dominated fragrance. And when you think of Christmas, first thing most people think about is either Christmas presents if you're greedy, or the Christmas tree if you like decorating, because I got my tree right there. So anyway, Christmas tree, pine tree, that's what this smells like. It is Christmas in a freaking bottle. Ambery, sweet, fruity, at the same time has some spice to it, but overall, it's like you took CK1 Shock, mixed it together with Layton, had a nice medium quality. So, I mean, it's not a bad quality at all for the price you're getting, like 25 to 30 bucks. And then just spray it all over the damn pine tree. And then that is what it smells like. It is really freaking good. It's evergreen in a bottle. That is my 12th day of Christmas. And then my pear tree, I had to do it because it's Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Mall because it has pear in it. Partridge in a pear tree. I mean, it has pear in it. Come on, dad joke. But anyway, my 12 were Bvlgari Man In Black, Cherry Smoke, Noir Extreme, The One Eau de Parfum, Ingenious Ginger, Versace Santal Boise, Stronger With You Absolutely, Burberry London, L'Homme Extreme, Rochas L'Homme, Warm Black by Zara, and Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum with my partridge in a pear tree. That's awesome. That was fun. So again, shout out to Ross and Dedrick. Let me know your 12 days of Christmas fragrances. And again, I'll be back with another video. So happy holidays, everybody. Peace out.